Well, I'm going to take a little short break from the Curzel bill, and I'm going to attempt to show some different ways of picking up an edge. Some more accurate than the other, and some really accurate. So, yeah. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is show you. First, you can just do it. You can do it with just an indicator and a parallel. You can pick up an edge. You can pick up an edge with one of these. This is what I used on a jig bore. It's called a chair, and what it does is you load against the edge and dial in the center. You can use just an edge finder, and this is running the spindle. I'll do each one and show you. And then this is the same as the electronic versions that they have now. I made this many years ago, and when you come up and touch the side, it lights up. Okay, so we're going to first do we'll do just the edge finder, which is a 1/2 inch collet, and I haven't put a 1/2 inch collet in yet. Put a 1/2 inch collet in, and you want to make sure that everything is, fairly clean, and so you don't have run out, or little as possible run out. I think you'll never get away from all the run out, unless you buy a really high dollar machine. And I'm not going to wrench tighten it. All I need is a finger tight. All right. So we've got the edge finder in there now. And we're just going to crank over. We're just going to crank over here. And make sure the jaw's clean. We're going to come down. And we're going to turn the spindle on. And we're away from the jaw a ways. You see it's wobbling. I just crank into it. Need to lower you down there. So now it's still wiggling, and if you watch it real close, I don't know how much I can zoom in, you'll see it when it reaches touches the jaw with that. You see it jump out right there. So right where it jumps, right there, and you'll see that it jumped out that way. So that is 100 thou from center line, because this is 200 thou. The tip of that's 200 thou. So now you're 100 thou away from center line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on the readout, and I'm going to type in Y. I gotta remember how to do this. Y.1. Enter. So now if I crank to 0, we're on center line. So now we are dead on center, and it'll be half the diameter of the shank. Okay, that's this type. Now we'll go to the electronic type, and we'll check to see just how much difference it is. I'm going to leave the readout alone. Tighten it up. And this you can do two ways. You can turn the spindle on and watch it, or you can just leave the spindle motionless and you crank it in till it just lights up. Right there. Now that's 100 thou away. You can also do it by turning the spindle on. Come up until it just touches. So that'll be 100 thou away also. And if you look at the readout, it's within 7/10 of. So let's take that out. So that's how that works. I'm gonna crank this in so I can get it out. I use this electronic one a lot. All right. The next one is a little more, what I'd say complicated. Well, it's like dialing in a hole. Put it on the edge. Put your indicator in. I'll have to drop the knee. And that's going to be just like drilling or dialing in a hole. So I'm just going to crank to the center line, to the 0. Just going to cheat and put it on center, and we're going to see how close it is. And this is very accurate. If you got everything clean, it is very accurate. I used that on the jig bore for many years, and it's right on. It's okay. Right there is supposed to be center line. Move it over this way a little bit, and what I'm going to do is bring that in, and I'm going to swing around. I'm going to swing the indicator around. And you have to sometimes move your indicator if it's too far that way, it's not going to get the high reading until way over here. So what you need to do is move your indicator in that direction. Ooh, I didn't tighten it up. Tighten it up a little bit. So now, see how the indicator I'll learn it. Tripod's not cooperating. Boy, I'm gonna take this light off because it's washing everything out and you can't see anything. See if I can get it off of there without. Stick it on the side of the quill there. There, that's better. So now we'll bring the indicator until it touches, and we'll swing back and forth until we get the high spot. Now you'll see that it's not getting the high spot. It's because the indicator's over this way too far, so you need to move it that way. And see now you're getting the high spot. So we'll zero it. Okay, see, it's on 0. Now we'll go around to the back. I'll get the mirror here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see the mirror. All right, can you see that? On the 0. So we're right on. It's right on 0. All right. Now I'm going to show you how to do it, how to pick up this edge with just a parallel, just a normal old parallel. What you do, take your parallel, clamp it in there, clamp it in your vise, like that, just lightly, and now we're going to do the same thing, only now we're swinging on the outside of that. So and we'll do the same thing here. We'll swing to the, only now we're swinging to the low spot instead of the high spot. Right there's 0. I don't know if you can see the mirror. Let's see if I can adjust this so you can move over this way maybe. All right, I'm going to try to watch the viewfinder here so you can kind of see the mirror. And now you're swinging to the, like I say, you're swinging to the low spot. So there's 0, right? So now you just take your parallel out, swing around to the front, drop your indicator in there, why is the camera not focusing? And now you're swinging to the low spot here. See, now that I must have had a little bit of something on it, either that or I didn't, but it's showing about 1.5 thou that we're off. So let's just check it and see. This way is even accurate, more accurate than anything normally. Okay, there, right there, 0. And I've used this method many times on the jig bore. Turn it all the way around. Lightly clamp it. And then we'll swing this around until we get the low spot. Yep, we're about 1.5 thou off. Let's dial it in once and see what the readout tells us. Either that or I might have had something underneath it when I had that the chair on there. 0. Pull it out, swing it around, bring it back down, perfect right there. So anyway, that is, I hope I kind of explained it, but you really don't need any of that. All you need is a parallel, and then, like I say, so you can dial in the vise that way, or the center line that way. We were 9/10 off by using the parallel. See, now I may have had some garbage stuck to this. I haven't used this in a long time, this chair. I've used either this, or if I wanted to get really accurate, I used just a parallel, or a gauge block, or any kind of block. Put it up against the back. You can use just a block you milled up, put in there, because all you're doing is you're coming in with your indicator and you're finding the low spot or the low reading on your indicator by swinging back and forth. If I could draw this out, I could maybe show you, because you're looking at the swing of the. I'm getting a pen here. If I can find one. I'll draw it on the top of my vise here if I can. If I can get the tripod block right with me. All right. So here's your block, or either your block or the vise. If it's the vise, the back jaw of the vise, we'll say that that's the back jaw of the vise. You're swinging your indicator like that, but you're only swinging it that little